And we will hit record. Hey, everybody. Good morning. You've got Kellie and Dr. Heidi here. Hello, everybody.
How are you? Hello, everybody.
Is it morning? Is it lunch? Is it dinner? Maybe it's in the middle of the night for you. I don't know where you're watching around the world, right? It's pretty cool.
Yep, exactly. Love the outreach.
Love the outreach. And what's great is it is a travel time. So even people that might live in the US where it's maybe noon or something right now, you may be traveling all around the world. Lots of people that I know, right? This July, August, super great time for traveling. So if you're, out and about traveling, tell us, where you're traveling to. Fun. Where's your plans? Vacation. It could be just a family getaway. It could be, I don't know, a European excursion.
Yeah, tell us. Make us jelly.
Yeah. Heck yeah, we want to know. You guys, well, because it is travel season, and I just had a friend, actually my yoga teacher this morning, she just came back from 8 days of traveling, and we were talking about wellness, and Dr. Heidi has had family members traveling, and we were just talking about staying well while we travel. And we don't want to be able to come back and then like, oh my gosh, we're exhausted, we're in shutdown, we caught something, right? I mean, we want to be careful, but we want to travel and stay well. So we're going to give you some of our top tips today. Before we do, Heidi, I'll have you jump in and give a little intro for everybody new.
Yeah, for those of you joining us who don't know me, I'm Dr. Heidi Aratzable. I'm an ND and I'm certified in functional medicine. I come into the health and wellness world through sports and professional sports, trying to find the best recovery, best performance, what's the best diet, and how to hit that upper echelon of athletics. And when it was time for me to retire, I thought, I want to bring this to other people because I think everyone should feel this good, this robust, and feel it through their lifetime. So paired up with Kellie to talk about women and aging and longevity. And so this is what we do. We come on Wellness Wednesday and try to give you some helpful tips.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So it's so fun to partner with people that like get you, right? Like Dr. Heidi and I start talking and instantly we're like, yes, so exciting. So we want you to feel being healthy is fun and living a vibrant life is fun. If you guys don't know me, I've been a physical therapist for over 27 years. And I really am taking my focus now as an aging woman myself of what are best practices? How can we thrive as we move through what we thought was going to be this difficult time of our life of midlife or whatever that may be, right? And live a full, thriving life feeling great. I think when I was in hospitals, I used to see, and people's thought process was, oh, they're getting old. And so of course they're in the hospital. Of course they've had a stroke. Of course they're having this surgery. They're getting old. Well, that's no longer has to be the story. That's the story we've told ourselves. And especially in America, when we get older and we get disposable and just tossed in nursing homes, you guys, that literally does not have to be the case. It has been many people's story, but we want you to rewrite your story about health. And so through our programs, through coming on and providing education and having a lot of fun, we hope, one, you get inspired to rewrite your story about health.
Yeah,
so today,
I love that, Kellie.
Right? Like, yes, what is that new story? So today we thought, okay, what should you look at in traveling before you go off to, I don't know, France, or maybe we're just going to the Caribbean, or maybe Florida, or I don't know, just to the cabin for the weekend. What are kind of some things that you should do to start preparing? So Heidi, I'm going to pass it to you to just kind of get started.
Yeah. So if you've listened to Kellie and I for any length of time, you will know that we're all about prep. Prep for this, prep for aging, prep for a vacation, prep for working out, prep for recovery, prep. You're only as good as your prep and your recovery, right? So vacations, oftentimes we think of vacations as we're just going to let everything go to the wind, all caution to the wind. And that's when we come home. We've had too much to drink, too much food that we know that doesn't really agree with us. We get inflamed, the traveling, we get exposed to different microbes and things like that, and we get home and get sick. It doesn't really take a lot to dial that back just enough to really enjoy your vacation. And that's what it's about, right? To not be working, enjoy your family, and be present. And that's what I would encourage everything. The number one thing to bring with you is your presence, right? Is your heart and your mind, and bring your presence with whatever you're doing and truly and fully experience that vacation. The other way to protect you, and that mindset also will protect you, because if you're just having fun and you're not being silly about it, does that make sense? God, let all the open all the doors.
Break all the rules. That's
kind
right.
of rein it in slightly. You're going to be great, and you're going to come home with a really good mindset, ready to go back to work, not having to take a few more days off of work and get more stressed out because you're not working. And now I've lost the money, and that whole train of thought, right? And so Kellie and I were talking about what are a couple of things you can take with you besides your good intention, besides your heart and your mind and your presence with you to help with just the things you will battle normally with travel. And that's going to be microbiome, microbes, right? Bacteria and things like that we're going to be exposed to. If you've prepped, if you have a life that you've been prepping, eating well, exercising, sleeping well, you're probably going to be good. But I would say bring your probiotic. The one that is your favorite, the one that you like. Kellie and I like a certain one, but bring your probiotic, because that's just going to cover a lot of space and helping your body adapt to new microbes.
And you guys, this is interesting because most of you probably are like, oh, when I travel, I just don't take my supplements for the time. Oh, and some people take breaks like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. But when we're traveling and exposed to a variety of more, germs, just to say, right, for all of you guys, is the one thing to keep taking, and maybe we'll talk about two to keep taking, is that probiotic. And I know you could go to Whole Foods, Amazon, you can go anywhere. And anybody in the health space that even runs a health company probably has their own probiotic, right? But they're all not the same. And there's sometimes reasons that you need specific ones because your body's dealing with some stuff. But a really good, just general widespread probiotic, which is why Dr. Heidi and I say, yes, for the average person, everybody needs this. They may need more. But there's one called ProBio that's going to give you what you need and pretty much cover your basis and really help with one of the big things for women that they fight, which is yeast, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chronic urinary tract infections, yeast infections, things like that. We like this ProBio. There's a lot of great ones out there, but I like this ProBio because it's shelf stable. So you can travel with it. A lot of probiotics, you have to keep in the fridge or keep it cool. This one is shelf stable, and so they stay active and able to activate your microbiome when you have it. But it has a lovely combination of the really well-researched strands. Everyone used to think, oh, lactobacillus, I'll just take some of that. Or bifidobacter, I'll just take some of that. Wow, the research is so amazing on each strand and the power of each strand of those. This company's put together a lovely power-packed strand specific of the lactobacillus, all the strong ones, the bifidobacter, and the key ingredient, which isn't in all probiotics, is called Saccharomyces boulardii. And the Saccharomyces really helps against yeast and bacteria from growing.
Some of you guys are like, what were all those things? It's okay. You don't even know. But those of you that are like, oh, yeah. Like, you're either going to get it or you're not. But either way, it's all okay. Just know this is probably one that you could use every day, not just traveling. But I will tell you, it's staple in what I take every single day, you guys. And traveling, I take mine with me. I do not want to miss a beat, really, because we know our immune system health, brain function health, overall how you feel is all starting with how healthy your gut is.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're feeling like, oh gosh, am I coming down with something? I feel like I caught something on the plane. Typically we would take one a day. Go ahead and take 2 or 3 a day and really load up on the bacteria fighting nutrients that are already active in our gut. Just turn them on higher gear.
Heidi, what's interesting is I was just traveling with my family and we had some extra people with us. And a few people were struggling they hadn't gone to the bathroom,
Yeah,
right, in their first few days. And I'm like, you guys, that's not normal. Now, it is normal when we have a big change, time change, this changing, if we eat different foods, all of a sudden, we've not gotten things going. But that's why you guys prepping ahead of time, making sure ahead of time, and you can't just go crazy. You can't just completely change your diet, completely change everything, or you could get really backed up. So also keep those good bacteria in there to help. But there's even more, to that than just taking a probiotic.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up, because this is one of the top tips of traveling is, if you are flying, don't drink on the plane, or have your coffee before you get on the plane, etc., because they really dehydrate you. So hydrate is probably going to be one of the most important things during times of travel that you can do for your body, for your mind, for having an enjoyable trip.
Yeah. You know what, you guys, take your water bottle, Hydro Flask, whatever you got, right? Take it to the airport empty, because you can't take anything with fluid through. But as soon as you go through, now there's all these hydration stations. So just go somewhere, I don't know, stop at a Starbucks, stop at a whatever, ask them for some ice. If you like ice, I sometimes just drink room temperature, but you can fill it for free at all these hydration stations now. And then you're not getting the little cup of water that the airline gives you, right? You're like,
okay, really? Thanks for that shot glass of water. I mean,
that was really lovely. It's kind of fun.
And what's good about those hydration stations is that it is filtered water. So it's not sitting in plastic, getting all kinds of toxins, leaching that plastic into the water that you're drinking. It's filtered water you get directly into your clean container. So it's worth it to kind of lug that thing around and keep it full for yourself.
Because then wherever you are traveling, like if most of us have a routine now that we're usually carrying something around, then you have it. So what then you're like, oh, I normally don't stop and buy water or whatever, because I always have it. You still always have it. So I think almost every single person on our trip, we had 10 of us. I think all 10 of us had our water bottles with us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so worth it. And I'm like obsessive compulsive about, I'll drink some and then I'll see a hydration station. I'm like, oh, I got to top it off. Oh, got it. Like, you just filled it up. I don't care. I want to top it off. I'm kind of weird about that, but I'm not going to miss a hydration. I want this thing full all the time.
All the time. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. You guys, so with that, think about other things in the airport, right? Heidi, which we need to do. Everybody was super good during COVID of wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Some of the time, maybe we're not always as good all the time, but I would just say go back to your basic hand washing techniques. Wash often. You are going to be exposed to a lot of new germs when you're out and about. We should be able to handle all of those germs. But it's not the rinse quick, right? It's the scrub. It always likes to hide in your fingernails and your cuticles and right between your fingers. So give it a good scrub. And just use some really mindfulness. You don't go crazy. Don't put hand sanitizer everywhere. And don't do that. Wash your hands well.
Yeah, just wash your hands well. There are some cleaner versions of hand sanitizers, which is worth the look and research on. I wish I had a name right off the top of my head. I don't, sorry about that. But look for those, because generally the hand sanitizers that we see all over the place are just toxic as heck. And they're toxic as heck, and that's why nothing survives with it. But it also goes through your biggest organ in your skin, right? I mean, the biggest organ in your body, which is your skin. So wash. I love Kellie, be like a surgeon. Pretend you're in the surgery room and you're scrubbing, be the surgeon for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and then you're done. So it's just important. And it has worked. It's tried and true for hundreds and hundreds of years. Just do that.
You know what, Heidi, when we were traveling the other day, I was kind of in a rush and I'm drying my hands. And I told myself, Kellie, you really did not wash it. I went back and I washed my hands again because I was just rushing and I was like, I'm like, slow down. It's okay. I'm not going to miss my flight, so it's that sort of stuff, you guys, is really do the do, right?
Yeah.
Really wash, really drink your water, really take your probiotics daily or double if you need it. And Heidi, there's another product that, I, again, want to keep everything working optimally. I usually do take most of my supplements with me, but there's another supplement I would tell people when your body's under stressors, right? Which traveling kind of usually is, to really want to protect your cells at that cellular level so that something in your body doesn't go haywire. And that's really this brand new technology called NRF2 activation, activating your genes to keep our healthy genes on, our genes that protect us on, our genes that we don't want to turn on and go haywire. We kind of keep them suppressed or down, but it's called NRF2 activation. And there's a great product on the market from the same company called Protandim NRF2. Maybe just give a tip or two of why like that would be protective of your body while you're traveling.
Yeah, absolutely. I won't leave home without it. Again, obsessive compulsive about, I believe in this product so much and this activation so much, because what that ends up doing is activating all the other things that are already in my body. The genes that are set up, waiting there, primed to turn on, protect me, reduce inflammation, reduce oxidative stress, etc. So these genes are already there. And this NRF2 activation is that switch that turns them on. And so one of those a day, I'm turning on over 500 different other genes that will do the job instead of onesie, twosie, supplements for this and supplements for that and my antioxidants. And I'm going to take the one pill and it's going to activate from a gene level. That's profound. That's not just supplementation. Oops, sorry. That's not supplementation. That's activation. And we could activate our body to do the things it's designed to do. What else is there to do?
Yeah. And this is it, you guys. If you're looking for total health and wellness, becoming the CEO of your health, right? That's what I always say is we were born with systems to operate right, which is pretty wild how beautifully the body is constructed. But as we both age and as we're just exposed to toxins and chemicals and stressors, and travel could be a stressor, certain things maybe start to operate, less efficiently. So all this does is like your light switch, your master breaker, click, turn on, take that one pill, done. And all of your body's natural mechanisms to protect us, prepare us, repair us are turned on. So don't leave home without your Protandim NRF2. Don't leave home without whether it's our probiotic that we love or whether it's your probiotic that you love. Definitely keep those two things. And if you're like, well, how do I get it? Or I want more, just drop down more info. You guys will give you guys some more info. But last couple tips on traveling. I mean, I'll tell you my favorite tip, especially as I've gotten older, is I love my own pillow. And the pillow I use to sleep with is pretty small. It's not a big pillow at all, one under my head. So I can smash it and I can shove it in my suitcase. I know some people might think that's crazy. I sleep like a champ. Even if my mattress isn't the best or the room isn't the best, if I have my pillow, the feel, the comfort, the smell, all of it like smells like home, right? It makes me sleep better. And if I sleep better, my whole day is better. So that's one of my tips. If you can shove it in your suitcase, bring your pillow.
Yeah.
Heidi, do you have your favorite? Yeah. What's your last favorite?
Hey, my eye mask, right? I can figure out the pillow, but because my pillow is just way too hard and heavy to carry, but eye mask, I will not leave home without it.
Okay, you guys. So, I mean, we've got really some great tips for you guys that aren't like, what, right? You need to hydrate, need to wash your hands, bring your water. Okay. We need to support the microbiome. We need to support the body's genetic system. And then the last thing that, Heidi and I were talking about in general, you guys, is go have fun. Vacation can be so fun. Sometimes
be present, enjoy
the planning, the organization, the trip details. No, have fun.
Yeah. Gotta run, guys.
Hey, you guys. Love you. Go out there, be present in your day to day, go have fun in your life, and make your travel easy and safe.
Yep. Be
See you
well.
next
Have
week.
fun. Bye-bye.
Bye.